on the club Point Blank and share the insights of the club so that the great coders who are just getting onto the technology can also build with it. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
A little bit of energy. I guess you guys are waiting for that. So it's fine. We'll make it very quick. Before we start, we'll go up with a very small activity. I would like to request all of you to stand up. Sorry, but yeah, please do this. Don't take more than 20 seconds of your time. And I don't know if it's okay, but let's see. No? Then are you guys familiar with this beat? Are you guys familiar with this beat? Then we shall do this, ladies and gentlemen. On the count of 3, we will start clapping for not more than 20 seconds. I'll show you. 3, 2, 1. Louder! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for me and Raj for this legacy that you have passed down to us. But yeah, anyways, now we would like to start. Video. Yes. So yeah, I think we'll begin. So, how many of you attended the Point induction that happened in the first sem? Very glad to see. The rest of you were not there. Not even in open day. Very nice. Then this makes it very interesting. We'll start off with the very basics, right? What Point Blank is and why you should be worried. Every year, right, more than 2,000 people enter this campus with a lot of dreams. The biggest of those dreams is to earn money, right? Anyone here who does not come to college with the goal of earning money? Everyone, right? Very nice. Next slide. $43,000, rupees 39,53,439, approximately. This is the amount of money that people from Point Blank have made in the last 6 months. This is the amount of money that everyone in the college, still in the college, has earned over the last 6 months. So this is what Point Blank is all about. It's about earning money and it's about being called worthy of it. It's a competitions club. We go to competitions and we win them. That is the only shortest definition of Point Blank that I can give you guys. Next slide. So far, Point Blank has had a huge track record in every single competition or program so far. We've had 20 plus ESOPs, 5 SIS winning teams last year. SIS is the biggest hackathon in the world for those of you who don't know. 36 ICPC regionalists, 9 edX mentees, 26 LIT scholars and plus hackathon wins. This is the very base number for the hackathon wins. I'm very sure it's much higher than that, but we are very sure confident in this number. Next slide. So, something about me. I'm Dhruv. I'm one of the current leads of Pointland. I'm also a DevOps engineer at Aspora. Before working at Aspora, I have experience as a DevOps engineer at Verena, Human Digital as well. And I have been a Google Server of Code mentee for Prometheus Operator and LFX mentee for Kivero. Next slide. That is my, can you go back, sir? Yeah, that is my LinkedIn. Please feel free to scan it and connect with me on LinkedIn or wherever you want. It has all my connection links. Now we go next. So yes, what is Pointland? The best definition I have is we are outliers. We are something that goes away from the tide, right? We have the most brilliant engineers from that DSC has ever had to produce, and that is what the community is all about. It's about everyone who is still working hard towards their goals, who's still aiming to do everything that you can do in college life. You can win hackathons, you can crack Google Server of Code, you can win all other competitions, you can win CKS and all. Next slide. So meet the founders. We have Ashutosh Bhaiya, Soumya Bhaiya and Mohit Bhaiya, who are the most brilliant minds that I have personally ever met in my life. Ashutosh Bhaiya works as a senior compiler engineer at AMD. Soumya Bhaiya is a state startup founder, and Mohit Bhaiya has also founded his own startup and currently works as an SDA at Lance. Next slide. We are the team leads. We have Bhumi here, who is the tallest of the group. That's me, and that's Yuvraj, the most strict person you'll ever meet when it comes to competitive programming. If you miss one PV vessel, he'll find you and he'll hunt you down. Next slide. A huge shout out to our senior leads, Aditya Bhaiya, the god of competitive programming. Akash Singh, obviously everyone knows him much better than I can explain. Manish Bhaiya, the god of all things as well, the jack of all trades. He has founded his own startup and product team as well. Next slide. So why Pointland? Next. So this is what Pointland has to offer to every single one of you who is part of the community. We are a very selective community. We take very selective people each year. But this is what all of them get. The first is a resume review. To give a startup to people who don't know what a resume review is, it is just a common call, online Discord call or Google Meet, where everyone is attending and a single person will interview for 1 hour and a half, one or more than 1 hour. So it's a very grilling process. That is the best term I can give it. After my seniors have grilled me in resume reviews, I feel like every interview in every company that I attend is very, very easy. It's literally cheesecake. Then we have the networking and alumni concept. Of course, Pointland has been running this college as a self-run community for more than 8-9 years now. And we have the most skilled people, like I already mentioned. They are just a WhatsApp message away for everything that we want. And the point of computer science and engineering is, one of the best points is to network with people. You get to learn so much. You get to understand their lifestyles. You know what to do whenever you're lost or anything. So we have all of those seniors at messages distant. And his hands-on experience with open source and all things coding and programming. Of course, since our results speak for themselves, right? We have the highest number of GSOCs. We have taken this college as well to the highest ranks in India as well. Pointland is not one of the best communities in DSC, not in Bangalore, not in Karnataka, but it's one of the best communities in India. You can search Pointland as a tech community on ChatGPT or anything, and you know. You ask it to compare it to any other club in the club or community, and you know the difference that I'm speaking of right there. Next slide. So yes, winning competitions and events is not the only thing that we do. Right? We also organize small things here and there. Majority of which are the SIH internal rounds. Bhumi after me will cover more about SIH, but to give you a very brief idea, what Smart India Hackathon, SIH is the biggest hackathon across the globe. And before you are actually allowed to participate in the finals of the hackathon, you have to go through an internal round that the college has to organize, and we are the primary organizers of that. We hold it every year for more than 1,000. This year we handled more than 600 and 700 teams. So the open day, of course, I think we recently had an open day and I hope a lot of you were there. How many of you attended the PV open day? That happened right here in PC Sagar like a couple of months ago. Very less. Well, in fact, there was more than another month later. So PV Open Day is where PV Point Blank opens its door for everyone outside Point Blank. We allow you to talk with everyone that you want to talk to. There are seniors here, there are alumni who come here to meet you people. And we talk about general stuff that we know that would be very beneficial for you all as well. Next slide. Then PDCTF, capture the flag. What capture the flag is, imagine it as cyber security related treasure hunt. That's the best definition. It's a couple of challenges and you have to do everything related to cyber security, be it reverse searching, be it password cracking, be it anything. And you have to find hidden passwords, hidden flags in every single task, and that's how you win it. We hold PDCTF twice, we've been holding it twice for the last couple of years. And it's one of the biggest events that happen in Bangalore. PV Hustle is one related, competitive programming contest. It happens every week. Everyone in Point Blank gives it. It's what helps us to prepare for interviews. So what competitive programming is, it's basically when you give job interviews, right? They'll ask you DSA questions, data structures and algorithms and whatnot. Competitive programming is what helps you build that project. It's what helps you improve upon that project. So we hold that contest every week, which is why a lot of us have very high companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, you name it, we have. Next one. Yeah, the latest one, my favorite one of all three. Zenith is an event we organized this January. It was one of the biggest hackathons to ever take place in Bangalore. We had a $5,000 cash prize for the winners. It was held in India too, and we had a lot of fun organizing it, and the participants were much more than happy than us. So yeah, it is the other side of the table. We don't only win hackathons, we also organize it. Next slide. Let's come to open source now. So what open source is? Do you guys know what open source is? Only the point blank people are raising their hands. Oh, that's fine. So what open source basically is, there are softwares across the globe which have their source code open for everyone to contribute to. Anyone can come over to their repository to contribute features. They can fix bugs in their softwares and whatnot. I'll start off with an example. I hope a lot of population here has used VLC Media Player, right? Yes. It is an open source project. VLC Media Player is it has been open source for a long while now, and people across the globe have contributed to it. They work on it, and they fix bugs, they add features. Everything that you see when you open the VLC Media Player is something that someone has contributed. So that is what open source is. Now, it is a very unpaid job, right? You make pull requests to open source projects. They don't feel bad, but there are exceptions. There are mentorship programs which support people who contribute to open source. The most prominent of them being Google Server of Code and the Linux Foundation mentorship. What Google Server of Code basically is, it is like an open source program where you write a very detailed proposal and you give it to any open source organization and you tell them that yes, I'm the guy, I can make this project for you and no one can do it better than you. And when you submit that proposal, they go through an evaluation review, and if you get selected as an LMS, as a piece of pending, you get paid for completing that project. You get paid for contributing to open source code. The stipend is 1 to 3 lakh. It's mostly 2 lakhs now, considering you get paid in dollars. But yeah, the standard stipend is $3,000 for 3 months of work. No more or less. That's $1,000 for a month. And I think that's a very nice amount. Right. We have had people in Point Blank who have cracked Google Server of Code and the Linux Foundation mentorship in their second sem, right? Just a few guys. So yeah, it's a very competitive program. Right? It's not a competition, but it's a very competitive program with a very low selection rate, 2.77% as you guys can see here, and people across the globe apply. Next slide. So that is what Google Server of Code is. We have had so many Google Server of Code contributors from Point Blank who guide us to what to do. They help us know what we're doing wrong and they help us improve. So everyone in this photograph has completed cracked and completed Google Server of Code. Next slide. As you can see. Coming back to the Linux Foundation mentorship, What Linux Foundation membership is, it is like similar program to Google Server Pro, but the projects are more real world focused, right? You contribute to projects that are continuously being used by millions of developers worldwide. We have had so many people work on the Linux kernel. Literally, the Linux that you use on your machine, they're contributing to that, and they're contributing it globally. So it is a very high stakes program. It has much lower acceptance rate than GSOC, even 0.5%. And yeah, that's they also pay you the same amount, mostly $3,000, and the projects are they're much tougher. Everyone that you see here has that the Linux Foundation membership. Vishnu, as you can see, they have created in his first year, second sem. Everyone else has done it in the respective orgs. As you can see, Salimia, Madhur, Yash, they did it in the Linux kernel as well. Next slide. Everyone. Next. Next up, we have the LIT scholarship. So I'm very sure a lot of you don't know about LIT scholarship, but what it is like a very prestigious scholarship that's only awarded to a couple of people worldwide. And it gives you access to very, very expensive courses, very expensive certifications that are very valuable in your job seeking profession. If you work, for example, if you work as a Kubernetes or a DevOps engineer, you will, if you have the CK or CK certification, then recruiters will never hold you back. The proof of work that those certifications carry is immeasurable. And we have had more than 26 people who have graduate scholarship in the last year. That's the highest number across the globe that I have personally ever seen. Anyone personally has ever seen. So yes, these are the people who have grabbed the prestigious scholarship. Next, right? ICTC. Yes, we're drifting away from open source and now we're back to job seeking. What ICTC is, it is the most prestigious competition for competitive programming worldwide. If you have ever heard of the most popular competitive programmers, the most tapped guys across India, they've all won ICTC. It's a global championship and it's the toughest competition when it comes to computer science. I've never seen anything tougher than this. And that is what point I'm here to play on whenever you will renew yourself. Like you go through DSA, you go to CP, you improve, you get higher code force exams, you get higher coach exams. How many of you know about code forces? How many of you know about CodeChef? Good number, I would say, but yes, I would expect the rest of you to get better at it as well. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST, there is a contest on CodeChef every week. And to start off, you can start giving that contest. It will help you improve drastically. It's not that tough of a contest, right? At least for a beginner, you would be faced with very easy questions. It can be basic inference questions and all. But yeah, it helps you develop very good programming logic. So please, this Wednesday at 8 p.m., please do get that contest. So we have had people who have cracked the regional rounds of ICTC as well. So many of these people, the most cracked people I've ever seen, honestly, guys. Next slide. So many people have won not only the ICTC regional, ICTC regionals, they've also won in a lot of Google Kickstarts and other competitive programming related competitions. Next slide. Next up, we have the ACM Summer School. So, what ACM Summer School is, what ACM does in summer or winter school is they pick you out from your college and they throw you at some very good college like IIT or something for 2 weeks and you become an IIT for 2 weeks. So, I also don't know how about it and how I became an IIT for just 2 weeks. I was selected as a ACM Summer School student at IIT last year. A lot of everyone that you see here has been ACM Summer School student, and they have you get taught by the most experienced faculty across the country. I was personally in contact with Uday Khedkar sir, who is also the compilers head at IIT Bombay Computer Science Department. We met him, we talked to him personally when we went there, and it's a very good experience also. It's very, only 40 people across the country are selected, and there are so at the same time. So that's just a few guys. Next. Fine. We have a small challenge for you since we're done with, I'm done with the most of part. So we have a resume review challenge, right? What we'll do here is I'll show you two resumes of my very good senior RRC. And I would like you all to imagine yourself as recruiters and tell me which resume would you like to pick. Next slide. Okay, fine. So yes, this is the first resume. Right? It looks so pretty. It has a photograph. It has all the contact details. It has the knowledge. It has everything about it. It has the skills and proficiency. Right? Next slide. And that is this newer resume. That's very grand looking about it. It does have the experiences, skills, and achievements and everything. So tell me guys, which resume would you pick if you were a recruiter? The left one, this one. Anyone would like to pick this resume? Who all would like to pick the other resume? Are you sure? Let's ignore the achievements for the part, right? Let's ignore the experiences. Just tell me what the format is. No one for the left resume. It's so pretty. Nice. Okay. When Akash Bhaiya took this resume to his TV recruitment, my luminaries said, and I thought, "Hey, शादी में आया होगा. Are you at a marriage? Why is your resume so dressed up? It doesn't show anything. I don't want to look at your resume and check your Instagram ID for status. Why would I do that?" Another important part of why that resume is better is that if you put this resume for any job, application or anything, they will just ATS will just filter you out and you'll never make it to the interview phase. So that resume is much better. It's much more key. It has everything listed out cleanly. It has everything that would catch a recruiter's attention. It has the keywords being bolded. It has the correct format. It's called Matty's resume. I think you guys can go to Overleaf and make your own resume if you like. So that is another thing that I wanted to mention. Next slide. Yep, this is the resume we took for the PV interview and that is his current resume. This is day and night gap here. Next. So, yes, one small follow-up question. You saw both of those resumes, right? Let's just talk about the right one. Which part of that resume do you think was the most important to you? Format, let's not talk about format here. I would like to know which section of the resume was something that got your attention. Experience? Anyone is saying technical skills or achievements or anything? But yeah, you guys are right. The experience section is the one that goes the most value. Right? Next. Right. So whenever you're in college, right, once you start for your job application in your third or fourth year, and you will need to have that experience section in your resume. And how do you get that while you're still in college? Right? You can't do full-time jobs. So the only way to get a very brief experience section is cracking good internships, right? So people from one month have had intern at most of the big startups that you know, right? Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, Visa, AMD, Intel, Apple, you name it, you have it. And you intern at those companies while you're still in college. We have worked for those companies, we have had major production experiences. And when I imagine me as an intern at Apple, right? When I go and apply for a job at Apple, do you think they'll stop me? They won't. So that is something that you guys have to look forward to in your further years of engineering. You have to crack good internships, you have to get into good companies, you have to upskill yourself. That's next thing. That's what the experience section is. That I think that's more than enough than what I wanted to convey to you guys. Right? After me, my colleague Bhumi will take care. She'll tell you about hackathons, how to win them, what are they, what is SIH, what is other competitions and everything about Minda that has to offer. With that note, I would like to stop. And I would like to call on to continue. Thank you so much for listening to me, guys.
Very warm good afternoon to one and all here. I know all of you are already tired, right? I won't be taking much of your time. It will be just 10 minutes and I'll run through it very quickly. So to start with, so I'll start with myself first. I am Bhumi and as you said, I am one of the co-lead and I work as an ML engineer at Remote Star, a reputed company. Previously, I have worked as SD and again ML intern like ISS and E. And yeah, I've been SIS trainer for the past 2 years. So start with SIS first. So SIS stands for Smart India Hackathon and it is one of the biggest hackathon in the world. So let's quickly go through what is a hackathon. How many of you already know what it is? Just raise your hands. Okay, so few people here already know, but most of you don't. So hackathon is nothing but a 24 hours or a 36 hours, a time limit based event in which you have to ship a product. You have to build it from scratch in the given time duration, collaborate with your team members and pitch it to the judges. The best idea wins and you are awarded for that. It is one of the best way to learn and to make money in college. I myself have made a lot of money using that. So that is the thing there. The Smart India Hackathon is a long procedure. It happens for about 4 to 5 months. This procedure will again start in August this year, where a few problem statements shortlisted by point blank will be given to you. For that, I would suggest you guys to start focusing on some kind of skills. Like skills, be technical. It would be on the front end side, back end side, AI side, or even on design, because design is one of the most important aspects to get selected in science. So the problem statements will be released in August. Then there will be an internal round that you guys have to qualify. Out of that, about 30 teams from DSC will be selected, and last year we received about 1,000 candidates for participating for hackathon, and 30 teams out of it was selected, and out of that, 5 teams from Point Blank and from the whole college won Smart India Hackathon 2025. So this is how it works. You can form a team of 4 members, generally one a back-end member, a front-end member, and someone who is good in AI and a design specialist. I would not suggest you guys to make a team with your friends, because what happens when you work with friends, you don't work much. You start chit-chatting and your topics got diverted. So that's all about SIS. Next slide. So these are all the winners we have in, from Point Blank last year. We have now 11 teams who have won SIS from Point Blank. And the next slide is done. So apart from SIS, there are multiple hackathons that Point Blank keeps on participating. Yesterday also, if you know, there was a sandbox hackathon in our college. How many of you know that sandbox was there in our college yesterday? See, this is the point that you should be aware about the opportunities that are already happening in our college. The cybersecurity department of our college had this hackathon yesterday, in which again 3 teams from PB won it. But the point is to be updated. There is your class groups and even in the Point Blank community channel, there is a hackathon and meetups group. You all can join there. I'll show you the QR code at the end. We post about all the conferences, workshops, hackathons, events that Point Blank and other communities in Bangalore and India are organizing. So you can get all the information from there and keep on participating there. The main motive of participation in hackathon is, apart from the resume line, it adds more values to your skills. The amount of skills you learn in that 24 hours, sometimes it's more than what you learn in a month. Because you are forced to do that in that time duration, right? So that is the most important impact of a hackathon that you can have. So, Point Blank isn't just a tech club. We enjoy as a community a lot. So after participating in events, winning them, we do celebrate the victories as well. We have our load. So after every hard grind that we do, we go for some kind of trip for a memory. Usually it's on the mountains to show that we are on the top of the world now. So after we have this NIT case, NIT Surat was one of the biggest hackathon of all the NITs in India, and joined as a team there. So Point Blank also gives you one of the best place to bond as a community as well. Then we have this Sugar Cane Trek that we had after 2024 SIH internal round. We had a skate to Kurg. All of our team straight up went to Kurg, booked a bus. The night we submitted the GSOC proposal. This year the date will be 30th March. And after a straight grind of 6 months, we all went for a 2 days peaceful enjoy at Kurg. So this was the photographs from there. Then, yeah, again, statistics. What I am saying here won't be believing for you guys, but we have the proof of concept as well. We have our statistics. Till now, we have about 20 soccer. Last year, we had about 10, and before that 10. And this is what we have to contribute and to earn as a money. We have about total of 9 LFS mentees in total. 6 were there for last year. And we have a total of about 60 plus hackathon wins. And last year we had about 40 plus hackathons. So one point I want you to all remember is whenever you see Point Blank or someone wearing this jersey anywhere, just be afraid. Be very, very afraid because you know why. So these are the size teams I have already told about. And we have a total of 36 ICPC regionalists till now. It's a big number and it's a big platform to achieve. Okay, so placements. Currently the market is very down, honestly I would say. Lot of companies are just laying off. Amazon had fired a lot of employees there. And what Point Blank is still managing is a stipend of 40,000. So almost each and every of our Point Blank members from second year and third year are almost making an average of 40,000 rupees every month just from the internship, and this is what we are earning by ourselves. So this is a kind of proud feeling that we have, that we don't have to ask for a single penny to our parents. Even though they will be happy to send always, but this is what standing or food stands for. We have in normal college placements and all, we have about 6 to 10 LPA on an average, but Point Blank has an average salary of about 25 to 30 LPA, and that's a big number to achieve for. Okay, so Point Blank, to connect with Point Blank, we have a Point Blank community where you all can feel free to join in. There are a lot of groups there. There is the obsession group, there is a spam group where you can just chit chat. Then there is a hackathon and makers group to keep updated on that. I would like you guys scan it there and join the group. There are a lot of opportunities there. So one thing that I want you guys to know is we have seniors who are 9 years older to you. They work in Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, and they are still there replying to our talks there. Every time you tell a single person there, you will get a reply within 24 hours, and it is 24/7. Every person in Point Blank will be, not every, someone from Point Blank will always be away in the 24/7 time duration, and you will get your doubt resolved, that is for sure. So another point of this is referrals. As I said to you that market is pretty down. What works in the market is most about referrals. So Point Blank also works like that. We create a mafia, but mafia means a group. Wherever we go, we have about 5 to 6 people working in company Aspora. We have about 3 to 4 people working in CloudSet. We have about 6 to 7 people working in Remote Star. We have about a team of 5 people working in Final Round AI. So the point is, one people joins and others are being referred to that company. And this is the biggest thing, the connection you can make in Point Blank. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so do you guys are you guys interested to join Point Blank? Just raise your hand. How many of you are interested to join Point Blank? Still some of you are not interested in coding. How many of you are interested to make money at least? That's a big number. All of you want to make money, right? So Point Blank is the place to be. To go straight to the point, Point Blank have the recruitment test. photograph book, and it's time for 2 rounds. The first round will be a DSA round. The second round will be an interview round. When you qualify for the both rounds, you are selected for point bank. Remember, getting in point bank is easy than surviving in point bank because you have to manage it with lot of responsibilities, lot of competitions, and yeah, you have to get up a lot harder. So I would suggest to all of you guys to start preparing and working on your DSA skills and some sort of development as well, so that in interview as well as in the first round you can qualify and get in point blank. Yeah, that's it from point blank. I would like point blank members to come on the stage and with their ma'am as well, and all the faculty to have a photograph. Thank you so much, guys.